Hey guys, what is up? Rubik's Life here. Today we're doing the part 2 on how to solve the Rubik's Cube for beginners. And today we are learning how to put the 4 white corners onto the white side in order to solve our entire first layer. Alright guys, in the last video we learned how to correctly place the white cross by matching all of these colors and matching all of the white cross pieces. Now today we are going to complete the white face and also complete the entire first layer of the Rubik's Cube. So in this method of solving the 3x3, the next step in solving it is getting your 4 white corner pieces into place. And there's only one algorithm and it's super easy, and I'll tell you guys some little trick that I learned how to remember it when I first started cubing. So the first step in solving this, you want to hold the white center and the white cross on the top of the cube and start searching your faces for the white corner pieces. So you guys can see we found one right here. And in order to get this piece up, you would think you would just do an L prime turn and bring it up, but by doing that we've removed this white cross piece, and as you see, if we bring it up, the side colors do not match, and that is the key factor of solving this. You have to have the side colors match as well as the top color. So by looking at this corner piece, I see it's white, red, and blue, and the white, red, and blue corner piece should go here because I see the white centerpiece along with the red centerpiece and the blue centerpiece. So the white corner would go here with the white, red, and blue. So the way we get this piece up here, so what you're going to want to do is turn it so it's right underneath where it needs to be. So if you did this, it would bring it up and match it. The way you're going to hold it now that it's underneath its location is you want to turn it, you want to hold the cube so the white piece is on one of the sides. Now I'll go over an example of where the white is on the left, but it's the same algorithm, it's the same easy step as if it's on the right. So in this part I'm going to show you guys how to do it on the right side. So now that it's right directly underneath the spot it needs to go and it's on the right side, what you're going to want to do is do R prime to bring this white edge piece down. Do a D prime to bring your corner piece right next to it to match the blue, blue, and the white with the white, and do an R move to bring it right back up. Alright, so now that this piece is in place, I'm going to look around the cube for another white piece. Now here's one right here, and it's in the top. And now you can't just twist it and put it in a place, and it's because that's cheating. So what you do when it's in the top, you need to bring it down to this bottom layer so we can do our algorithm to bring it up to the top. So what you're going to want to do is hold it on the left side and do an L to bring it down here to the bottom layer. Do a D move to move it out of the way so we can bring this side with an L prime move right back up, and that brought this down to the bottom. So again, what you're going to want to do is hold it so it's on either the left or the right side and do L, D, R prime. And if it were on the left side, for example, you can do the same thing. You can do R prime, D prime, R, and just move it out of the way. So all you're doing is bringing it down so the corner piece comes to the bottom, moving it out of the way, and bringing it back up. Alright, so now that our corner piece is on the bottom, we can start looking for where it needs to go. So it's a white, green, and orange piece. So the white, green, and orange will go here because it's white, orange, and green. So what we're going to do is turn it so the green, orange, and white piece will go under the green, orange, and white piece. So now if we brought it up, it would match with the white, white, orange, orange, and the green on green. So in this case, it's on the right side, so we can't turn it out of the way this way because it would mess it up and bring it up to the top. So what we have to do is do a D prime move to hide the white piece on the left face. So we can do an R prime to bring down the edge, do another D move so we can move this corner to match with the white, so the white's on white, and bring it up with an R move to bring it match it where it needs to be. Alright, so now we're going to look, and here's another one. This one's orange, blue, and white. So here it is right here, the orange, blue, and white. So we need to bring it right below where it needs to go. So the orange, blue, and white's with the orange, blue, and white. And on this case, it's on the right side, so we need to hide the corner. So do a D prime move, do an R prime, so we can bring down this edge piece, and then do a D, so we can bring it back and line it up with the white, and then bring it up to the top with an R move. And now we have 3 of our corners done. So now we need to look around the cube until we find another white piece. And in this case, I can't find any white pieces on the edge, so you need to look at the bottom. So here it is right here, the green, red, and white pieces at the very bottom. Now what you're going to want to do is you want to line it up where it needs to be, so it's right underneath it's where it's supposed to be, and do an R prime move, and then do a D2, so 1, 2, so that now that way it's in the bottom layer, and you can bring it the rest of the layer back up with an R move. So now we have just one on the left, just the left case. So remember, you bring it over with a D move, we do an R prime move, and then we take our corner and just do a D prime, and that'll bring it right back where it needs to be, and do an R move, and that'll solve our entire first layer. Alright guys, for the next example, we are going to scan the cube again for white corner pieces. So here we go, we have 2. So in this case we can just pick, I'm just going to say the right one, and this is an orange, blue, and white piece, and it just happens to be right below the orange, blue, and white. So now what we can do is we can just move it out of the way with a D prime, do an R prime, do a D, and then do R, and that'll bring it right up to where it needs to be. So now the next one is a red, green, and white. So here's the red, green, and white side, so let's bring it right below where it needs to go, and at the moment it's already hidden, so it would be a left case, but it already did the D move for us. So now we just have to do an R prime, D prime, R, and that'll bring it right up. And if you don't understand why we don't have to do another D move, it's because it's already done. So for example, it's already right here, so instead of having to do this move and then bringing it up, it's just giving us an extra step, so it'll take us less time to solve the white face. Alright, so the next one I see is red, blue, and white, and we're going to bring it under the red, blue, and white. And now it's a right case, so we need to do a D prime, do an R prime, D, R, and that'll bring it up to where it needs to be. So here's the last one. It's a left case, and it's a green, orange, and white. So we're going to bring it under to where it needs to go, the orange, green, and white side. And because it's a left case, we do a D, R, D prime, L prime. And the reason I came up with these algorithms is to make it just a little bit easier, but the way I think about it is I'm just bringing down this edge piece, so I can just take this corner piece and push out this yellow one that we don't need. So I'm just pushing that one out of the way and lining up my colors, and then I'm just fixing the white cross by bringing it back up. Alright guys, so in this case, after I solve my white cross, I already have one piece that is correctly oriented in its place because it's red, red, blue, blue, and white, white. But I also have another white piece that's already in place, but it doesn't match because it's green, blue, red, orange, and white, white. So if you already have one up here that doesn't match its colors, you can hold it either on the right or left side, and you're just going to want to bring it down to the bottom layer, do a D move, so that way you can protect it on the bottom layer, and then just fix your white cross with an L prime. And you can do the same thing if you're holding it like this. You can do an R prime, do a D prime to bring it out of the way, and then just fix your white cross. Now that it's down here, you can do your regular algorithms to bring it back up to the top. So it's red, green, and white, red, green, and white. Bring it underneath where it needs to go, and it's a right case, so you can do D prime, R prime, D, R. There we go, that one is solved. So now we're gonna start scanning the cube again. Here's one, it's the orange, blue, and white. Bring it under the orange, blue, and white. It's a right case, so you're gonna wanna do D prime, R prime, D, R. There we go. Now we only have one more, and it's on the bottom. So remember, what you're gonna wanna do is put it right underneath where it needs to go. Do an R prime, a D2, so that way we can bring it over here and protect it, and then fix our white cross. And now it's a left case, so we need to do a D, R prime, put the white corner right where it needs to go, and then fix the white cross, and that is our first layer done. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions on how to get the corner pieces in, please let me know in the comment section below. And also, if you guys are more advanced cubers like myself, help the other people in the comments if I don't get back to them in time. And also, if you guys missed my first video on how to solve the white cross, it'll be in the end screen in just a minute. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and of course subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.